Hello and welcome. My name is Christina from Empowered Creator. I'm a mindset and conscious manifesting teacher and coach, and this is my YouTube channel. Here I talk about all things law of assumption, mindset, conscious manifesting, the quantum universe, and a lot more. And my goal is to simplify everything without the fluff. So if you guys like this content and you would like to see more of it, I would love it if you would subscribe to this channel, comment on this video, like it, share it, and just stick around. Also, if you need help with your specific situation, I offer one-on-one coaching, email coaching, small group coaching, as well as custom subliminals for whatever needs you may have. So if you're interested in any of these services, the links are below in the description box. Click on them and they're going to take you to my website. With all that being said, let's dive into today's video. In today's video, I wanted to address a topic that comes up quite a lot in the manifesting community. And it's a kind of a debate on whether you should actually manifest a specific person or if you should instead go general and keep your options open. So I'm being asked about that from time to time, so I thought I would weigh in and give my honest opinion. Specific person, going general, which is best, which one should you do? Stay tuned. So one very extremely common argument against manifesting a specific person is that you're actually not after the specific person, you're after the feeling of love. You're after the feeling of feeling loved, feeling wanted, feeling desired, etc. A lot of these people support their argument with something that Neville happened to say, which was, I coached a lot of people about manifesting a specific person, and then months or a couple years later, I went to their weddings to a totally different person. So these people take what Neville said and they just take it as a supportive argument to their point of view that you should not be manifesting a specific person because truly what you're after is the state of being in love, being loved, being wanted, being chosen, being married, being in a happy marriage, etc., etc. Now, this is not to say that this isn't true in many cases. It is true in many cases that people start manifesting a specific person and then later maybe they meet someone else who they like better. That's totally valid, by the way. And then, they change the object of their attraction and they go to the next specific person, etc. There's nothing wrong with that. And there's nothing wrong with wanting to be in the state of being in a happy marriage, being in a happy relationship, being committed to, being chosen, wanted, desired, loved, etc. However, this is why it's so important to actually be aware of our self-concept and the intentions and purposes behind why we're manifesting a specific person. Is it because our heart is actually set on them, or is it because they just happened to come in our way and all we truly need is love, affection, attention, and all that? There is no shame in either state, in either mindset, but as you go along manifesting your specific person, you will actually find out which category you belong to. If as you're manifesting a specific person, you actually start raising your self-concept and you actually start not being satisfied by that person anymore, and then maybe you happen to meet someone else later who you're more compatible with, who you like better, who you actually prefer, and then you shift your attention to them, there's no problem with that. There's no shame in that. However, you may also be in the other category where you actually want that one specific person. And again, there is nothing wrong with that. There is absolutely nothing wrong, absolutely no shame with having your heart set on a specific person because you feel you're very compatible, because they make you feel a certain way, because they bring to the table something that you feel like is unique, because you feel like you two would be a great team, a great couple, because they make your heart sing, because they make you feel wonderful, or absolutely any other reason. So essentially what I'm saying here is the argument is moot because as you go about manifesting your specific person, you will actually get clarity about what you truly want. If as you're manifesting your specific person, you happen to meet someone else who you might decide that you like better and you prefer, well, then you have your answer. That your answer was not actually the specific person. You were actually coming from a place of wanting love, wanting the state of love, the state of being fulfilled in a relationship, the state of being in a happy, committed relationship, a marriage perhaps later, or you may keep meeting other people and you might keep feeling like, no, my specific person is actually the best one. My specific person is actually the one for me. I am the one for them. So you would be in either category. Neither one is better than the other. You could be in either one. Both are great, both are valid. So don't worry, I think it's a moot argument because it really doesn't matter at the end of the day. Either way, you're going to find out as you go about your manifesting journey. So if you start with a specific person, because that's where your interest is at the moment, start with that specific person and see where that takes you. Problem solved. Should you work on your self-concept first instead of actually manifesting a specific person? Well, they're not mutually exclusive. You can actually work on both of them at the same time. Self-concept is very, very important. It is how you see yourself in relation to the person, how you see the person in relation to you, how you see your relationship, how you expect to be treated on a deep down level. So all of this is very important. It may also have to do with general beliefs you have about relationships, about romantic partnerships, about marriage, etc. So you may have to work on your self-concept. I'm not saying you may not have to, but whether you want to just put everything aside and do self-concept and then when you feel more ready, manifest a specific person, that's up to you. You could also do them both at the same time. There is no hard and fast rule here. There's nothing set in stone. It's up to you. It's up to your preference and it's up to what you feel better about. Now on to the other argument that is heard quite often, that you shouldn't actually manifest a specific person and instead you should go general, because manifesting a specific person is going to bring up resistance and you're going to be limiting your options. Well, the whole premise of manifesting, the whole deeper purpose, if you will, of manifesting is to actually overcome the triggers of the past, overcome your past self and actually become a new person, a better version of yourself. So what is the point of actually shielding yourself from any resistance, from trying to actually shield your experiences into a bubble so that you don't feel any resistance, so that you don't get any opposing thoughts, essentially settling on something that you don't care as much about, something that you don't have a burning desire for, just so that you don't have the resistance? Well, that makes no sense to me. I mean, the whole point of being a conscious manifestor is learning to train yourself to overcome your old ways of thinking, to overcome your old triggers and realize that nothing is actually against you, that you hold all the power, you hold the whole control of your reality and of your life. So yes, if you have a backstory with that specific person, chances are you are going to get resistance, you are going to get opposing thoughts, you are going to feel opposing energies where you feel like it's not possible, you think of reasons why it's not possible, etc., etc. Well, that's what we learn to do as conscious manifestors. We learn resilience. We learn to become resilient and to actually outgrow those old versions of ourselves that brought us the unwanted experiences and raising ourselves into a higher self-concept, into a higher version, a better version. So from that point of view, it is actually preferable that you manifest a specific person. You need the challenge in order to grow. If that's even a challenge, it's not a challenge for everyone, but for a lot of people it is. And then the other part of this argument, that you need to not limit your options. I mean, sure, but I believe we all know that we do have options. And from all of these options, at least right now, we've narrowed it down to that specific person for whatever reason, because that person makes our heart sing, right? So yes, we know that we have options. Thank you very much. But if our heart is set on a specific person, well, there's a reason for that. Our specific person is a desire that has been given by our higher self because we're meant to experience that desire. So, you know what? Let us experience it. That's what I say about that. And the last argument I hear so much is, if you want a happy marriage, if you want to be in the state of being happily married to someone, you should just feel the state of being happily married to someone. And you should not actually tie it to a specific person. Well, first of all, guess what? You're not just talking to 20-year-olds and 30-year-olds who might be after marriage. Not everyone manifesting a specific person wants marriage. I talk to plenty of people who are in their 40s, their 50s, their 60s. They've had marriages, they've had their kids, and now they want something else. They want a partnership. Or they may want marriage with their specific person, but they've actually had this experience already. It's not like a life goal for them necessarily. They love their specific person, they want their specific person, they want potentially a marriage with their specific person, but not to actually experience the state and get the experience of marriage because they already have the experience of marriage. They might be divorced, they might be widows, widowers. There's so many cases and so many scenarios out there. It's not only single people who are manifesting specific people, it's all sorts of people from all walks of life, from every possible situation, from every possible background. You'd be surprised. And besides, even if you do want the experience of marriage, even if you've never had the experience of marriage before, and you want to have the experience of a beautiful marriage, a lovely, loving, committed marriage, being happily married to someone, being loved, being wanted, being committed to, and all these things that are perfectly valid, you still have the right to choose who you want to have this experience with. It doesn't have to be someone general, someone who is a stranger, someone you haven't met before, someone who you don't know yet. If you know a person, you have a person in mind, you have your heart set on a person, you have the right to choose that, yes, I want to experience marriage with that person. You see, all these things sound so common sense to me that I don't really understand the argument going general versus specific person. There's absolutely nothing wrong with going general. If you want to create a new relationship in your life, bring in new love and all that, it's a beautiful way. But on the other hand, if you have your heart set on a specific person, then I think you should absolutely manifest that specific person and see where it takes you. Like I said earlier, see where that journey takes you, and you take it from there. Please don't get discouraged. Please don't get concerned. Please don't get confused. If you read in that group or you heard in that video on YouTube that no, you should not manifest a specific person for this and this and this reason. Your heart knows best. Your higher self knows best. Your higher self gave you a desire. If you have this desire, go for it. Don't settle for something else that you like less. And who knows? You might change your mind later. That's also perfectly valid. But if right now you are set on a specific person, I say go for that specific person. It's as simple as that. With all that being said, I'm going to wrap up this video here. I intend that this has helped. As always, I very much appreciate you guys being on this channel, watching this content. I love making this content for you. And as always, I look forward to seeing you all at the next video. Until then, take care and bye-bye.